Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I am here today with the finale for my Project Progress. Now in theory, this should have went up before the 12 Pants of Christmas, but I didn't get a chance to film it. So here we are. So I was just trying to get progress on 5 things. Some things I hit my goal on, and a couple of things I don't know. But first off was this MAC pigment in vanilla. Now it's gonna look like I used a crap ton of it, and unfortunately that is not quite the case. So it looks like, if you can see down in there, hopefully, I have used a buttload of it since the beginning. But that's because I spilled it all over my couch one day. Don't do that. I was covered in this, my dogs were covered in this, my couch was covered in this, and it was not fun to clean. My dogs really did not appreciate being sparkly. Especially Mo. He hates all things sparkly because I think he is an inner goth and an outer goth and all goth really. But anyways, so I said in the beginning, I believe I said something like, if I use this 5 times still at the project, I'll be happy. Well, I probably used this about 8 times, and the only time in the last month was today when I used it as a cheek highlight. I don't know if you can see that or not. I tried. But so I did break it out. I did use it some. Maybe I should put this in a pan or something next year to use more of and try to use up. I mean, this is huge. Don't get me wrong, I'm probably never gonna finish this, but I can try, because this would be fun to back to Mac. Maybe I can do a DIY Lancome highlighty flower with it. So the other thing that I hit my goal on, I actually hit it last month, was this NYX Tame and Frame tinted brow pomade. I'm not a brow pomade person, but I bought this. I bought into the craze. But I meant to hit pan, and I did expand the pan just a hair. I hope you can see that pan. Okay, I did expand it just a hair because I did use it a few more times. But yeah, this is too dark for me. Like, it works okay now because I have darker hair, but I'm gonna be dyeing it red as soon as I stop being lazy, and this is not gonna work for that. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep this. I might declutter this soon. I haven't totally decided yet. I wish I had a friend who was darker haired than me that also would use something like this, but I don't think I do. Like, the only person I know of that I could send this to easily is my sister, and she dyes her hair blonde, so she probably couldn't use that. Something that I hit my goal on this month actually was this Wet n Wild Color Icon contouring palette. I think it's called the Mega Glow contouring palette now. I have the original one. I wanted to hit pan in both shades because I want to pan this next year, and I did. So I scratched this pan trying to see how deep it went, but I have expanded that, so I consider that hitting the goal. And I totally hit pan on the highlight side naturally because I use that under my eyes every day. So I want to finish this next year, but I wanted to get a head start on it by hitting at least a little bit of pan. So I'd say I accomplished that. Now these 2 little boogers. These are in my 12 Pans of Christmas, so you have seen them before. But my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, I want to finish in that project, or at least I did originally, and I have probably only finished about this much throughout 3 months of use. I think 3 months. I can't remember when this started, but you guys know. Yeah, so I'm probably not gonna finish this by the end of the year. This was the tiniest eye primer I have, and it is going at a snail's pace. I know eye primers do, I've tried to pan them before, and it's gone at just as much of a snail's pace, but I'm still kind of annoyed. The other thing is my Maybelline Master Glaze blush stick that doesn't want to show any progress ever. It is still at this mark that I made like 2 months ago. And I used it today too, as I'm sure you can probably tell. So this sucker just doesn't want to move. This was something I wanted to finish by the end of the year too, because I bought this in like 2014, and it's a cream product, so it's probably getting time for it to go. Somebody just rubbed against my leg. I hope it was a dog. But I'd say this project was actually a success. I am the last person ending it because I'm late, as always. But I definitely got some good usage out of products that I wasn't using. Like, I had barely touched this, and I've managed to hit pan on it, which is still a crap ton of product left, but I hit pan on it, and that's, like I said, more than I've ever touched it before. This had been sitting around forever. Now I at least know how I like to use it. And like I said, I'm going to break this. I want to finish this next year, and I've been told that once you start hitting pan, it goes a lot faster. I still have a incredibly long way to go, but hopefully I can finish this next year. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!